This is the fundamental counting principle, and like the formula or equation you follow for it is m over event 1 times n over event 2, which equals m times n ways. And then this is the problem, and you're trying to figure out how many ways the numbers and letters can be like arranged. And what you do is you do 26 times 26 because there's 26 letters in the alphabet and it's saying 2 letters. And then you multiply 10 times 10 times 10 because it's asking for 3 numbers. And then you multiply them all and you get that number, which is how many ways it can be arranged. So these are permutations, and a permutation is a list where order matters or all possible ways of doing something. And like an example is picking a first, second, and third place winner because they're doing like specific winners instead of just saying picking like 3 winners. And this is the example I chose, like to find how many possible arrangements of the letters M, A, T, H you could like find. And what you do is you put the 4 by the P because you're trying to, because there's 4 letters and you're trying to see how many times it could be arranged. And then you just multiply out and you get the answer, which is how many ways those letters can be arranged to make a word. Okay, a combination is like a group and order doesn't matter. And an example would be like picking 3 winners instead of a permutation, which is like picking a first place, second place, and a third place, just like in general picking 3. And then this is the example. And then there's 6 tops, 3 shorts, and 4 sandals, and you're trying to find all the different outfits, so you just multiply them all together and you would get 72 possible outfits. Okay, so this is a 2-way table, and basically it's what it's like these 2 add to get to this, these 2 add to get to this, these 2 add to get to this, and then these 2 add to get to this, and these 2 add to get to this, and then yeah, just a lot of adding. And then the question is, what is the probability of being a female and getting a sports car? And so the females that have a sports car is 45, so you do 45 over the total amount of females, which is 180. And then that would equal, when you simplify it, 1 over 4. And then if you do the math on the calculator, it'd be 0.25, which is 25%. Independent versus dependent. Independent is one event has no effect on the other, and an example is flipping a coin twice. And dependent is the outcome of one event affects the other, so like not replacing a card out of like 52 cards, like only having 51, like that affects the probability. Conditional property is the probability of an event A given that another event B has already occurred, and the formula is P parentheses A plus B equals P parentheses A times P parentheses B given A. And then this is the example. And so what you would do is you would put P second given the first event, and then it would equal P first and second over P first, and then you just find the percentages and divide, and then you get your percent, which is 60. So yeah. Kind events are the probability of 2 or more things happening at once, and they can occur at the same time. And the formula is P A plus B, right? A or B equals PA plus PV. And an example is, what is the probability of rolling either a 2 or a 4 using one 10-sided die? And then you just do 1 over 10 because there's only one chance of rolling a 2, and plus 1 over 10 because you add because it's a compound. And then you get 2 over 10 and you get 20%. An event consists of all events not an event, and the formula is PA with a line over it equals 1 minus P of A. And then A with the line over it is the complement of A. And an example is the probability of pulling an ace, and it would be 4 over 52, and the probability and the complement is 1 minus 4 over 52, and then it'd be 48 over 52 equals, which would equal 13 over 3, which is the probability of not pulling an ace. Odds in favor is the number of outcomes in an event over the number of outcomes not an event, and the odds against is the number of outcomes not an event over the outcomes in an event. And an example is odds in favor of drawing a 10 from a deck of cards would be the number of 10s over the number of non-10s. And since there's 52 cards in a deck and 4 of them are 10s, you subtract 4, so it'd be 48 instead of 52. And the answer is 1 to 12. Okay, so first, thank you for teaching me and helping me understand like probability, and also from the life learning lesson. Um, I like I've thought about it before, but I wasn't completely sure, and like my like what I'm supposed to do when I grow up and like I'm older is to make people happy and like help them achieve stuff, kind of like what you're doing, and just like have an impact on people's life in a good way. And yeah, I kind of knew that, but I wasn't sure, and it's more like obvious to me now that that's what I need to do. And my happiness, I wrote down on the paper, was just like having a good family that supports me. And I mean, not even as much like so much money, but like just having a family behind me and like supporting me no matter what I do, like no matter what choices I make. And um I'm always going to remember this lesson because it's just something that like applies to life like until you die. Like it's really important to remember. So, thank you.